We're getting ready for the upcoming City Council meeting of Tuesday, the 15th day of August, 2017. From Farmers Branch City Hall, this is the 51st edition of Council Countdown on FBTV. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tom Bryson. During the next few minutes, we're going to go into detail on the upcoming City Council consent agenda and run down other items coming up on the regular agenda at this upcoming meeting. First up, after ceremonial items and a report on study session, members of the Council will consider items placed on the consent portion of the agenda. Consent items are those issues that can be considered with action taken that may not need individual explanation or discussion during the meeting. There are 4 items on the August 15th consent agenda. Agenda item G1 is to consider approving the minutes of the regular City Council meeting held on August 1st, 2017. Item G2 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-096, authorizing the city manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Criminal Justice Division of the Governor's Office through the Rifle-Resistant Body Armor Grant Program. The tragic events of July 7, 2016, when 5 Dallas area police officers were murdered by a gunman armed with a rifle, brought the ever-present active shooter threat closer to home. The Farmers Branch Police Department took immediate action to better protect its officers against those who would use rifles against them and or the general public. By the end of July 2016, 50 active shooter kits had been purchased for police use, consisting of a helmet and a ballistic vest, both of which are rifle round resistant. A helmet and a vest were put into each police vehicle to include squad cars and unmarked cars, ensuring that any officer responding to an active shooter situation or any situation where increased protection would be warranted would have access to them. The remainder of the helmets and vests were stored at the police department, available for rapid deployment should the need arise. Responding to the 7/7 shooting, the 85th Texas Legislature passed Senate Bill 12. This law, signed by Governor Abbott, authorizes the Criminal Justice Division of the Governor's Office to create a grant program aimed at assisting police agencies in the purchase of rifle-resistant body armor with the goal of increasing the safety and preparedness of Texas law enforcement officers. That agency is currently accepting applications for the grants. The Farmers Branch Police Department would like to apply for a grant under this law to purchase 40 rifle-resistant ballistic vests. The total cost of the vests and the amount being sought on the grant is $18,510, and there is no match requirement. The addition of 40 rifle-resistant ballistic vests to the department's current number will allow the issuance of a rifle-resistant ballistic vest to each individual officer. All officers, whether on duty or not, will have a rifle-resistant ballistic vest readily available and be able to respond to any location by any means with the utmost protection. This measure covers most worst-case scenarios. City Administration recommends adopting resolution number 2017-096. Item G3 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-097, adopting a revised historical park rental policy. The revised rental policy was originally brought to the City Council for adoption on March 21st of this year. Council tabled the rental policy, asking for some areas to have further review. 2 main areas were addressed. First, the proposed policy stated that a rental utilizing $1,000 worth of hotel business would receive the reduced rental rate, that is, which would be canceled if the renting party canceled that hotel business. This revision states that if the $1,000 of hotel business is canceled or not realized, then regular rental rates would apply. Second, private rentals during city events were prohibited. This revision states there would be no private rentals during city events unless approved by the Director of Parks and Recreation. The Historical Preservation and Restoration Board has recommended adoption of this policy with an effective date of October 1st. City Administration recommends approving resolution number 2017-097. And agenda item G4 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3459, amending the Code of Ordinances by amending in its entirety Division 2, Permits of Chapter 22, Buildings and Building Regulations, Article 2, Administration, relating to the establishment and determination of the amount of fees to be paid relating to the issuance of building permits, review of construction plans, modification of permits previously issued, expedited review of certain applications, and a technology fee, amending Appendix A fee schedule by amending building permit fees and adding a technology fee. Ordinance number 3459 was developed to increase the building and trade permit fees as well as to establish a new civil inspection fee contained in Appendix A of the Code of Ordinances. Changes being made to the building inspection review process and the various development fees include, that is, the establishment of the use of ICC building valuation data table to determine a more uniform project cost, increasing building fee rates for projects under $500,000, increasing trade permit fees, requiring a 50% non-refundable deposit on all building permits when submitted, establishing a $3 technology fee for all permits, requiring additional review fees for revised building plans after initial submittal, and establishing a 3% inspection fee for review of all public improvements to be accepted and maintained by the city. City administration recommending adopting ordinance number 3459. That was it for the consent agenda. Here are the other items coming up before the council at their regular agenda at this meeting. Agenda item H1 is a public hearing to consider adopting the maximum property tax rate of 60.2267 cents on September 12, 2017. Item I1 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3455, calling for a bond election in the amount of $15 million to be held on November 7, 2017. Item I2 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3457, regulating, that is, the installation of wireless network node equipment within city rights-of-way, including proposed fees. Item I3 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3458, establishing design standards for wireless network node equipment in special design districts within the city. And agenda item I4 is a presentation from Keep Farmers Branch Beautiful. In addition, the council may recess into closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. And that will do it for the August 15th agenda. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live here on FBTV, that is Spectrum Cable Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, or online at www.farmersbranchtx.gov. This City Council information program will be made available simultaneous to the agenda posting on the Friday before each regular council meeting, as well as before each regular council meeting replay here on FBTV. That replay schedule is at 6 p.m. 7 days a week. In the meantime, the August 15th meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. Tuesday evening here at Farmers Branch City Hall. We hope to see you here. Until then, for everyone here in the studio, I'm Tom Bryson. You're watching continuing coverage of the Farmers Branch City Council on FBTV. Please stay with us.